In the case of the Ukrainians, this is easy because Ukraine has ceased to be a sovereign country. Ukraine exists because the West wants it to exist. They give money, they give weapons. If the West doesn't give, then it's over. Ukraine cannot sustain itself. Today, Ukraine's pensions, salaries, social assistance, childcare, all of that is all of that paid from Western money? The Russians offered that if they could annex 2 regions and Ukraine would not become a member of NATO, then the war could be stopped immediately. I have seen the documents about this. Today, 2 things are happening in Europe that threaten our very existence. Because one is called war, which is what we've gathered here today to oppose, and the other is called migration. And we must stay out of the war, but when it comes to migration, we have to defend ourselves. We can't stay out of that because it's right here at our border. So we have to build a fence, we're involved, and we have to defend ourselves there. War, although there are different schools of thought on this, I believe the war broke out because the Russians felt that the process which began in 1990, when the Soviet Union said so, that the Western powers were moving ever closer to Russia, had become a dangerous process. NATO expansion was one such example. And when the issue of Ukraine came onto the agenda, for NATO membership, the Russians decided that they would prevent this at any cost. This does not excuse the Russians for carrying out a military invasion that disregards international law and destroys countless lives. But this is what lies behind it. So what we need to understand, in my opinion, is that if we can make an offer to the Russians for a European security system, if we can build one that provides security for us and for them as well, then we can come to an agreement with them.